Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis. So yes, today I'm doing this video downstairs. It is very cold and it is even colder upstairs in my bedroom. Not to mention the fact, I thought the cat's resting upstairs, so I thought save you guys, at least you can see what I'm going to be unboxing and not see the cat's butt on camera. So a few things. So this came by Onedaysaving. This is the other part. When I did the review the other day, the unboxing of the cross stitch kit, this other kit is the other part that arrived with that kit. However, I wanted to do this one separate because this is different. This is a beaded cross stitch. This is something that I've never ever done before, so it is completely new to me. I saw Lovecraft Forever, I think that's her name. I know she's done a few beaded cross stitches on her channel and I really fancied it myself, so when Onedaysaving got in contact with me about doing a review for them, this is the other kit that I chose. So just before I do unboxing, I just want to tell you a couple of things first of Onedaysaving. They've actually got an event on at the minute, a Black Friday event. I've written it down for the simple fact is so I can say it properly and I can remember it so I don't sound like mumbo jumbo. So basically it's a Black Friday fan promotion. So it's a discount. Now it's valid from November the 18th. I know we're a couple of days over, but this is the only time I could get the video up, and it runs until November the 30th. So it's from the 18th until November the 30th. And the discount code is Black Friday 10, and it is a capital B for black and then capital F for Friday 10, where you get $10 off your purchases, and there's no threshold. As far as I know, you don't have to spend so much to get that deal. So they have, however, only got a quantity of coupons. They've got 100, so basically it is a first come first served basis, and it is only one code per person, I'm afraid. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if you do see this video and you do decide to take advantage of that discount, hopefully there will be some coupons left. I'm hoping so. As I said, this video is a little bit later up because I needed to get the other one up, and you know the whole thing with my internet. So that's the Black Friday event. So if you feel like it, please go and check it out. It's definitely worth checking out. I shall be doing so. So we'll go into the unboxing itself. So obviously the package is opened because I opened it to get the other kit out when I reviewed that. So we've got the front cover here. So that is the front cover, what we've got. It's, like I said, it's very different because I've not done a beaded cross stitch before. I really fancied it and I saw this one. I just wanted to go for something that was really easy, where there's only like a minimal of colours just to get me used to it. So the one that I got was of this cow. I thought it was ever so cute little design, absolutely beautiful. And according to this, it has got 10 colours. So you do still have your symbols, your colour code, your DMC equivalent code, which you've got 310 there, and then you've got your actual colour. Now here, where in normal cross stitch there'd be thread, here it's actually beads. So we're going to open it up and take a look at what's inside. Sorry about the crinkling. So I'll be excited to start this one. I'm not going to start it just yet because I am I have got quite a bit that I'm working on at the minute, and I do want to get some of that done. So that is a picture of the kit. Now I think it is a 25 by 35, but we'll double check that in a minute. We've got the chart. Chart's not too bad, it's small, but I don't think we're going to need this chart, to be fair, especially with it being stamped as well. So that is the chart. You've got your instructions. Now the instructions are going to be slightly different on this. The instructions are still the same by the looks of it, because it tells you with strands of threads, but obviously we're going to be using beads with this one, so it will be slightly different. You'll be using beads instead of threads. It gives you a few notes on how to care for your stitching, cleaning and maintenance as well for when your stitching's done. Iron the work with a steam iron. Yeah, obviously you're not going to be able to do that with beads, so that's going to be a bit different. And we shall have a look. So let's have a look what's actually came in the kit. So we've got our flosses here. So we've got 10. I didn't think that you had floss with this. I thought it'd just be a clear. It'd just be a clear floss, but apparently we've got floss with this. So technically, if you didn't want to use the beads, I'm guessing you could probably just normally stamp cross stitch this. But we've got the floss here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using this floss, because obviously I've got the beads for it. So yeah, it comes with the floss. You've got your black, your normal colours for the cow here. You've got 10 colours there. So whether you use those, I think what you're going to be doing is these floss, you're going to be using those flosses for when you're threading the beads, so you've got the same colour as the beads. So we've got the beads here. Here's what they look like. So we've got some nice beads there. So let's take a little look at this. So there should be 10 packs of beads here. I'm wondering, because I think this is an 11 kit, so I'm wondering if we still have to use 3 strands of thread, even though technically we'll be using beads instead of floss. Well, we'll be using beads as well, so I'm a bit unsure about that. But we've got plenty of black beads there. The holes in the beads look pretty wide, so I'll have to try it out and let you know. Because yeah, I was expecting clear floss and then to just do it that way. I suppose you could do it that way if you wanted to, instead of using the floss, but I might just use the floss and do it with the beads. So we've got our different colours there. We've got black, some nice peachy coloured there, we've got a red. That one's nice. That one there, I don't know if you're going to tell that so much in camera, but off camera it's like a iridescent peachy nice glass colour. I like that. Got some like a slate grey, red, pearly colours, which will be nice. Them will correspond. Yeah. So as well, what I'm noticing on these, the bead bags, they actually correspond with the floss as well. So let's take a look. So beads number 6, that would be used with that floss. So yeah, I think we do still use the floss with the beads. Not sure, like I said, if we still use 3 strands. I'm gathering we do. So yeah, we just match up the beads with the floss. So as well as just normal stamp cross, well, as well as just stitching with the threads, we were using the beads as well. So you got those corresponding there. So yeah, the beads do correspond with the floss. That's on the floss card. So that should be fine. Just pop these back in here. So I may keep the beads in. I don't think I'm going to put these beads in a pot. I don't think I am. I'm not sure yet. I suppose I could put these beads in a pot. So I've got a little thing to do that, but I'm not sure yet. Might keep them in the bags. So it comes with 3 needles actually. You got 2 thicker needles here, and then it looks like it comes with a thin needle as well. So whether that's for the beading, that might be for the beading. Mind you, thicker ones there. I'm going to have to see what needles we need to use, because the thicker ones that would go through this fabric, I don't think that will go through the beads. We'll have a look in a minute. So this is what the design looks like. So it looks like it's on an L11 count, stamped Ada. It is 80 by, well, it's 80 stitches by 120, and it is 25 by 35. Yeah, so I think this was one of the bigger designs that were there. So 10 colours, you got your symbols and your colour corresponding codes. And then it's pretty simple, this is. I'm going to enjoy this. It looks really nice. The symbols, you can see it clear as day here. It looks completely clear. So yeah. Looks really nice, that. I like that. It does look really clear. Shall we take a look at these needles to see if we're going to get them needles in the... Okay, my husband's coming over with the... I've just put the tree up today. Put the tree up today. Not put the balls on because I'm waiting till the children come back from school. Had leftover tinsel and I wrapped it round my husband's head. Now he's just come and wrapped it round mine. Thank God I've not got the camera facing me. So I'm just going to take one of these bead bags out because I'm going to see if the needle is going to go through one of the beads. So we'll do this one. I've got to be careful how I open this now because I really don't want to open the bag and all the lot just come flying out. So it's alright, my fingers don't seem to want to... I've got it. I've got it. So I'm just going to take one of these beads out of here. Got one there. Just press that shut. And we're going to test out, see which needle goes through these beads. Because as I said, the thicker ones that you'd use for the cross stitch, I'm not sure if it will go through. Can you see that? You can't see the bead, but yeah. Oh, I don't know. No, it won't. Now the bead, the thicker needles, the bead will go over, but it'll only go up to there. It won't go all the way over, so I can't use the thicker needles on this. So I'm thinking it'll have to be the thinner needle. So if we pop this back in here. That's it. I'm thinking this will have to be it, but I'm not sure if all the floss is going to go in here. So this is the thinner needle, which looks like a thin needle. So pop that over. Yeah, it goes all the way through. So you got your needle, 2 needles for the stitching part, but I've also got this thin needle for the beads. However, I don't think all the floss is going to go inside that. thread there. So I'm going to have to try and work out how that's going to work, because I would have thought that you'd just do it going along. I don't think you'd have done the cross stitches and then put the beads on after. Maybe it's because it gives you a choice on what to do. Shall we see if we can get some thread through that hole, thin needle hole? So let's pop the beads back in here. Just bear with me. I'm going to pause you a moment while I get 3 strands of thread off there, because I'm gathering that's how many strands we need, and we'll see if we can get it through that needle. So I've got my piece of thread. I've got 3 strands, which I think you should use with this. However, like I said, I'm not sure. No, we're not going to get 3 strands through this needle. I don't think we are. No, we're not. So, I wonder how that works then. So it gives you the normal needles to put the 3 strands in. However, that needle doesn't work. So if you still have to use, hang on, no, it won't fit 3 strands in. So if we've got the thicker needles. If we have to use 3 strands of thread like we usually do with a stamp cross stitch, this thread will go through the thicker needles. However, because we're stitching with beads as well, the thicker needles, the beads won't fit onto the thicker needle, so we need to use the thinner needle. However, if we're using the thinner needle, 3 strands won't fit through the thinner needle, so we're going to have to use one or the other. The only other thing I'm thinking is if we use maybe 2 strands of thread instead of 3, and we do it like that. So I am going to see if I can do that. So now I've just got 2 strands of thread, and we're going to see if we can get that through the needle, and we'll see if that fits. That might do. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it in the camera so you can see what I'm doing. We might be able to get the 2 strands in, and that's a might. I think we will. Yeah. So we can get 2 strands in, but we can't get 3. So, just thinking how you do this. So let's tie off that. Tie it off like that. Just hope we can get the bead over there. Normally I would go in, I wasn't even going to start this now, I was just going to do a thing with it, but I'm on a mission to try and see. I've noticed with this needle as well, it's extremely light, so the slight bend in it, it will break, it will snap. So this needle isn't very strong at all. So when I'm bending it like that, how can, oh, it's gone through now. So if we can get that through there, how we'd usually get our thread through. We're going to see if we can. I've never done the beading before though, so I don't know whether we add the beads on and then go along, or do half a stitch and then add the beads on. I'm not sure whether we do half the stitches and then add the beads on for the other half. Shall we see? If you can let me know if you've done beading before, let me know if I am doing it right. As I said, I have actually, oh no, and our thread's knotted as well. Damn it. Yeah, we've got not problem with knotting thread. Oh, great. No, it's come out. I'm going to pause you while I get this sorted. I'm going to go stitch all the way to the end, and then I'm going to start adding some beads and we'll see how we go. So I've got me some beads on a table, which you probably can't see because they're dark. When you're working with beads, I would highly recommend you get a little tray to put your beads in. I haven't at the minute because I just haven't got any to hand. However, I'm just threading one on to see if it works well. I've stitched one way, so I'm just seeing now if this is how you're supposed to do it. I must admit though, I'm not a big fan of this needle. Yeah, this needle's not. I think, to be honest, I'm going to get a more stronger threading bead needle. So we've got our first needle on, got our first bead on there. Just bring my thread up again. So I'm thinking that you make half a stitch first and then you add the beads on. Am I right? If you are a bead cross stitcher, please do let me know. And let me know if I'm doing it right. Right, just gonna. This one is going to take longer than the others. They're my normal stamped cross stitches, especially working with beads. So yeah, I've got my next bead in. Just bring that through. Well, to be honest, even with just 2 strands of thread, it's the beads, it seems to be going okay. So I'm just going to thread the rest of the beads on going this way, and then we'll take a quick look at the end. So I've put my line of beads on. It looks alright. It's not exactly straight, especially for my first time beading, but if I hold it up to the camera, you can see my lines of beads here. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking 2 strands of thread to use on this one, not one. I hope I've done it the right way, doing 1/2 a stitch and then putting the bead on, doing it that way. Well, so far so good really. I think it looks alright. Well, I think it looks fine. I don't know. Got that bead that's sagging a bit there, here, but as soon as I put the other beads on, that should straighten up. So yeah, so what do I think of it? I'm not going to give my full review on it, obviously, because I've only put a very minute amount of beads on it at the minute. I think it's going to be a fun make. I'm going to enjoy working on this one. I will say I'm not a big fan on the beading needle. I think that feels quite light, quite flimsy, and I have a feeling after a while that is going to break. Well, I'm going to break it because I'm not the most light-hearted. So yeah, I think I'm going to get myself a proper beading needle because I think that is going to break after a bit. As for me first thing, I think that's not too bad. My first go at putting a couple of beads on. I'm going to enjoy doing it. It's going to take me a while. It will take me a lot longer than just a normal stamped cross stitch because obviously you're putting beads on this one. I'm going to enjoy it. I really am. So yes, I like the fact that they give you normal tapestry needles as well. I guess maybe it's because if you don't get on with beading, then you can just normal cross stitch it if you wish to. That's probably why they give you those. So I'm quite happy with that. I will stick to beading this one though and doing it in 4 beads because I reckon it'll be real fun to do. And yeah, I'll have a lot of fun with this. So yeah, I do recommend, if you've never tried cross stitch beading before, I recommend giving it a go. I recommend giving anything a go for the first time. If you've not used to doing it before, it's worth it. You're not going to get on well with everything that you try, but then again, you're not going to know if you're going to enjoy it if you don't try it. So yeah, I reckon it's a great thing to try out, and I will look forward to be doing more work on this. Please excuse the door as well, the doorbell's just gone. So yes, so anyway, I am going to be bringing this video to a stop now so I can edit it and upload it. I will add all the extras about the Black Friday deal that they've got on at the minute. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there is still some of those $10 off 10 coupons left. So if you feel like it, you can have a quick look on there. So yeah, I will leave the link to this kit as well in the description below for if you do fancy having a go at beading cross stitching yourself. Just get something like this, something nice and easy. And yes, so I shall leave it there for now, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please feel free to give the video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please feel free to press that subscribe button. I would love to have you here, and until next time, I'll see you again soon. Goodbye for now, guys. Bye.